Okay, so now this is the second video for the topic rivers. Okay, this video continues. Now, characteristics of rivers. So all the rivers of the world, they carry fresh water. Okay, whether it's Yangtze in China, it's Mississippi in North America, Nile in Africa, Amazon in South America, Murray-Darling in Australia, Ganga in India. All the rivers of the world carry fresh water. Why? Because they originate from lakes, they flows from the mountains, they flows from the springs, and they get the water from the rainfall. And we know that rainfall is fresh water. Okay, then rivers are classified into two types: perennial rivers and non-perennial rivers. Now, what are perennial rivers? Perennial rivers are those rivers which carry water for the whole year, or you can say they carry water throughout the year. They will not dry up. The rivers will flow continuously from January to December. They will have water in them from January to December. It means throughout the year. And the main point is that all the perennial rivers, they originate from a glacier. Okay, so what happens in the summer season when the temperature is very high, the river water starts decreasing. At that time, the glaciers will melt, and that water of the glacier flows into the rivers, and the river continues flowing, having water, just like Ganga and Yamuna. They are perennial rivers because they originate from the glaciers. Opposite are the non-perennial rivers. What are they? They carry water only in the rainy season, or you can say they dry in the summers. The non-perennial rivers will dry in summers and they get water only from the rainfall. It means during the rainy season they will have lots of water, and afterwards, by the arrival of the summer season, the water in the river starts decreasing. So these rivers will dry up in one point of time, mostly in the summer season. Such rivers are known as non-perennial rivers. Okay, so difference between both the rivers can be asked. Now, the next subtopic is the work done by rivers. Okay, so river does three types of work. All the major rivers of the world are engaged in doing three types of work. They are erosion, transportation, and deposition. Okay, the names of the work can be asked, or explanation can be asked, or difference between the three work can be asked. Okay, so all the river does three types of work: erosion, transportation, and deposition. Now, what is erosion? Erosion means taking out the rocks from its bed and from its side. When the river flows, okay, when the river flows, the river takes out the rocks from the bed. Bed means that part of the river over which the river flows. So, if you consider this duster as the river and my palm to be the bed, so the river flows on this bed. So, when the river flows, it takes out the rock from its bed and from its side. This is known as erosion. हिंदी में अगर आप कहेंगे तो घिसना. जब रिवर फ्लो करती है तो रिवर अपने बेड को, अपने साइड के रॉक को घिसती है, उनकी जगह से निकालती है. दिस इज नोन एज इरोशन. सेकेंड वर्क डन बाय द रिवर इज ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. Transportation, you all know. Transport means carry from one place to another. Simple meaning. Now, with reference to rivers, it means whatever rocks, materials, sediments the river is eroding, okay, that eroded eroded rocks are carried from one place to another by the river. When the river flows, it carries the eroded material from one place to another. This is transportation. Transportation, what is the river transporting? So river is transporting the eroded materials from one place to another. This is known as transportation. And third work is deposition. Sometimes it happens that river carries lots of rocks, lots of sediments, and the speed of the river is very slow. So what the river does? The river starts depositing. The river starts depositing the eroded materials at a particular place. This is known as deposition. हिंदी में इसको बोलते हैं, कहेंगे आप, समझा सकते हैं इस तरह से कि इरोडेड मटेरियल्स का एक ही जगह पे एक के ऊपर एक जमा करना, इसको हम लोग कहेंगे deposition. So all the rivers of the world does three work: erosion, transportation and deposition. Okay, now you think for eroding, for taking out, river needs energy. So this work requires energy. For transporting the materials, rivers need energy. Okay, but when the river becomes very lazy, when the rivers become very slow, the river starts depositing the sediment. So question can be, explain the three work done by rivers. So you will explain all the three. Now we come to the next topic, a subtopic of rivers, that is stages of river. The river from its source to its mouth is divided into three parts. Okay, the journey of a river from its source to its mouth can be divided into three parts. Okay, just like the life of a river, just like the life of the human being, the river has three stages. Okay, human beings have three stages: youth, adults and old stage. So you all are in the first stage, youth stage. You all are very young, you all are very energetic, you all are very active. So in the same way, upper course of the river, the first stage of the river is known as upper course. Here you can see the blue line shows you the upper the river, and here this partition that you can see, this is your upper course. Now in the upper course, the river flows from the mountains. So that part of the river, when it is flowing through mountains, that part of the river is known as upper course. As you can see in this diagram, as you can see in this rough diagram, that the river flows from the higher area to the lower area. Okay, since the river flows from higher area to lower area, the river flows very fast. The river has steep slope, so river flows very fast. Please note the key word. Because of the steep slope, since the river is flowing from the higher area to a lower area, the river flows very fast and the river carries less water. Okay, try to remember any river that you have seen in the mountains. Yaad kariye. If not in reality, try to think of any river in TVs, in movies that you have seen. So you will note that in the mountainous area, the river is very narrow and the river flows very fast. So here also the river flows very fast. Why? Because of steep slope. And second point, it carries less amount of water. Because of these two reasons, the river does erosion and transportation. Okay, deposition will not take place. E stands for erosion and T stands for transportation. Deposition will not take place in this stage. Why? Because the river is very active. The river flows very fast. So river has lots of energy to carry the sediments, rocks from one place to another. Now middle course, the second part of the river is that part of the river when the river enters from the mountains to the plains. Okay, is that part of the river when the river enters the plain areas from the mountains. So as you know that when the river flows through flat lands, as the river comes on the flat area, the speed of the river decreases. The river is now no more fast. The river flows very slowly. So because of this decrease in the speed of the river does all three work. The river will do all three work, that is erosion, transportation and deposition. All the three work will be done in the middle course. Now lower course. So this part of the river is your lower course. The river is about to meet the sea or the ocean. So river flows through plains. Please note, in the lower course, the river flows through plains, through flat, low-lying areas. Okay, and since the river is flowing through a flat land, the river flows very slowly. The speed of the river is less. Please note, the river flows very slowly. The speed of the river water is very less because it flows on a flat land and it carries a large amount of water. Why? Because many tributaries joins the river in this area. So it carries a large amount of water. You can say that river has become very lazy, has less energy, so the river only does deposition. The river will only do deposition work. No erosion, no transportation. No erosion and no transportation in the lower course, and in the upper course the river will not do deposition. Please note, no erosion and no transportation because the river has become very slow, very lazy. In simple terms you can say it has become very lethargic, less energy, so river flows very slowly and it carries a large amount of water. So river starts depositing the sediments one on the top of the other, forming flood plains. So this is all about the stages of river, and the river has 3 stages: upper course, middle course and lower course. Now the last topic of this subtopic of rivers is importance of rivers. So you all are very well aware of this because Gomti river is near Lucknow. Okay, Lucknow is on the bank of the Gomti river. So the last topic is importance of rivers, which you all are very well aware of. What is the importance of rivers? Rivers give water. Rivers give water for industrial use, for agricultural use and for household activities. For example, the water of Gomti river is used in our houses, it is used in industries, it is used in agriculture by the farmers. Rivers help in producing hydroelectricity, especially in the mountainous area, because the rivers flow very fast. So dams are built on the rivers and electricity is produced. Third point, river gives food. Food in the sense many fishes are found in the rivers. So river is a source of food also. And last, rivers help in transportation. Rivers help in carrying people. River helps in carrying goods from one place to another. Okay, people can go with the help of rivers. Things can be sent from one place to another with the help of the rivers. So this is the importance of river. I hope that I tried to make the thing simpler. If you like the content, please like it. Please comment on it so that I can come up with more videos. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you all children. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.